Hello, and welcome to yet another mission update of many miracles from the Spring of Health in Serbia. By God's grace and your prayers and support, we were able to continue the work on our home. As the fall and winter months of 23-24 were fast approaching, one more essential outdoor job needed to be accomplished in order that we might be able to concentrate on the remaining indoor work when inhospitable weather made working outside impossible. As the weather allowed, we began working on building the septic tank and finishing the basement with all of the necessary hydro insulation of walls and floor. The work then continued into the attic where drywall and ceramic tiles were set in place. In late fall, rainstorms thundered through, frequently knocking us off the electric power grid. On one such occasion, we heard something pop in the attic, followed shortly by the ominous odor of burning electrical wires. However, after inspecting everything, we couldn't find the source of the apparent problem, except that one of the power outlets was not working. A few days later, the electricians came to check things out, only to discover that behind the drywall and the insulation, a wire which had caught on fire. For further inspection, they concluded the people who had installed the drywall had nicked one of the electrical wires, causing it to short-circuit during the storm. They said we were lucky the whole house didn't burn down, but we were praising the Lord for stopping the fire and saving the home. With the arrival of spring, our excitement grew in anticipation of the move into this long-awaited home. There were just a couple more items needing to be done indoors for which we had just enough funds. But with all our excitement, the enemy was getting more upset, so we encountered another big problem. Even though we had done everything we knew to hydro-insulate the basement, we noticed several leaks. In order to install the ceramic tiles in the basement, we needed to deal with this problem ASAP. This meant digging trenches around the house, an unanticipated extra expense. Of course, we were very disappointed, knowing we would not have enough funds to finish the house, thus delaying the big move. This all coincided with a scheduled trip to North Macedonia, where we were to hold a 4-day seminar on natural remedies and natural skincare products. Being tired and discouraged at this point, the thought came to reschedule the seminar, but after prayerfully considering and casting everything in the Lord's hands, we decided to go and let the Lord use us, the weak, discouraged, and tired vessels, in the way He sees fit. Alberto had lectures on Thursday and Friday with about 20 people in attendance. Friday evening, we went to Vespers in the local church, and I was asked to share a testimony on Sabbath morning. I decided to speak to the youth, asking them if they liked excitement. They were all listening intently. I shared some highlights of our experience as medical missionaries, especially the time when we left Los Angeles to move to Alabama and enroll in the Uchee Pines Medical Missionary School. I told them how the enemy tried so hard to stop us from the very beginning. He caused problems with the airplane, problems with adjusting, problems with housing, and many other things. But with all the challenges, God gave us even more blessings. I made a call for the young people to look for the excitement that comes from pursuing a noble purpose, not the cheap and transitory excitement they experience from the media, leaving them empty afterwards. I challenged them to seek a life filled with God's leading, blessings, and true meaning. The message was very well received. Sabbath evening, it was my turn to share about natural skincare products. We were astonished to see the auditorium so full that every seat was taken and many people were standing. The church had decided to record the lecture so they could later share it on their media outlets. I was very nervous at first, but the Lord used my weakness to reach the people that night. Once more, I was convinced of the power of personal testimony and how the Lord can work mightily when we decide to share what He has done in our lives. We had traveled to North Macedonia tired and discouraged, yet even with all the meetings and obligations we had there, we left encouraged and blessed. Returning to Serbia, God impressed some of our dear friends to share our financial struggles with some of their contacts, and soon we started receiving some much-needed funds to keep us going. We had room doors installed as well as a staircase to the attic. Then came the kitchen, which was especially designed to serve as a demo kitchen for the video recording of healthy food preparation and making of natural remedies. Also, we now have a much needed space for making of natural skincare products and tinctures, which in the past was so challenging due to cramped space. With this new arrangement, we will be able to produce larger quantities, which in turn will better support our ministry needs. With all of this done, we were ready to move into the new house. But shortly after moving in, we decided it will be extremely difficult to walk to the main house and the parking lot during rain, as the yard can become really muddy. So the last task was to connect the main house with the new house. Thankfully, the Lord provided the funds for the walkway as well. With the big house finally empty, we come to the last part of this project, the transition from a family living space to patient care facility. We are planning to remodel each bedroom with the addition of a private bathroom and comfortable furnishings. Also, the kitchen area needs to be extended and professionally equipped to serve the higher demand. We will also need to put a fence around the property to make it more secure from foraging wild animals. Since we moved to Serbia 10 years ago, we worked tirelessly each year to make this place better and provide the best services to the people in need. As our ministry grew and we received more interest, the need to expand our facilities also grew. Up until now, people would find out about us through friends or members of the church. But since we moved into the new house, God has been opening a way to reach more local people. The news about our little home-based lifestyle center is spreading like wildfire. People are calling and asking when we will be done remodeling and starting the program. We see a great need to finish this last portion of the building project as soon as possible. There is no time to lose. We again humbly bow to the Lord in prayer to provide for these needs, and we ask for your prayers and support. We truly need a miracle to complete this work. But, as the definition reads, miracle, work effected by a manner unusual or different from the common and regular method of providence, by the power of God Himself, for the proof of some particular message. We know God has a message of love, health, and salvation for the people in Serbia. He has led us so far, and He will lead us till the end. Thank you for your prayers and your support. May God richly bless you.